I don't really like. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. He does tend to harass women. Honestly, I don't really much like how they characterize I really don't like the fucking arms dealer in Terraria. Like, at all. Like, even slightly, he literally just, like, actually, like, full on, like, harasses people. Which is kind of insane. Like, one of his things that he says, like, like, canonically, like, he told the mechanic he wishes he could press her pressure plates. Which is kind of like a crazy fucking line. I don't know, dog. Like, bruh. I mean, I'm talking about this person if he's real, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like making jokes like that and like games makes it kind of make people think that, oh, maybe it's alright to say this shit because it's funny. But it's really not funny. It's just sexual harassment. And then, I don't know. I know it's like, oh, you being a liberal. And I'm just like, yeah, a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not gonna pretend to be okay with, like, people, like, downplaying the fucking, like, what that means. And what they're saying when they do stuff like that. And how they're treating people. And people just like, you're being a liberal. And I'm just like, yeah, I I guess having normal empathy and standards, I guess, makes me a fucking liberal. Whatever, dude. Like, no. I just have a moral code and it pisses you off for some reason. Like, people, like, genuinely, who, like, get like that, people who, like, genuinely, like, get pissed off at people for, like, being quote-unquote too sensitive, but then, like, the thing they're getting sensitive about is, like, somebody insulting them. Or, like, for instance, I had a friend, or not really a friend, I guess I did consider him a friend for a little bit, who got upset at me for basically sort of kind of just, like, calling them out for being, like, transphobic, right? And they told me I was too sensitive because also they tried fucking, like, defending, like, somebody being actively transphobic, like, towards me. And I'm just like, bruh, don't do that, right? But he decided to, I don't know, to fucking get, like, offended about that, about me getting upset that he was defending the transphobe. Like, I guess if you think about it, I could have been overreacting, maybe, but it's not like I was screaming and yelling at anybody. It's not like I was, like, actively, like, being toxic. I was just telling him, like, hey, man, it kind of upset me what happened. That's literally the conversation I have. I can pull up the messages and everything, right? I literally just put, it just sort of kind of upset me that you were trying to defend this dude who is very much just being a bigot, right? Especially since how you're gay too. You're also, like, kind of queer, calling yourself a femboy and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of, like, a little in-between state of, like, boy and girl, you know? Like, come on. And then and whenever I decided to end things with him and stop being friends with him, because it's like, I'm just not gonna deal with that shit, he got, like, pissy with me and messaged me on Steam being like, oh my god, I can't believe you're so sensitive, that you cannot handle anything. I think you should probably stop being so sensitive. I'm just like, okay. Like, I didn't really care. Like, because, like, yeah, I guess I can see where they're coming from. I should, like, grow a quote-unquote backbone. But, like, if I don't like something, I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't like that. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to fucking, like, deal with it. It's not like I'm fucking, like, going to my room and, like, screaming and yelling and thrashing about. It's not like I'm hurting anybody or, like... It's not like I'm hurting anybody or, like, getting, like, genuinely, like, angry. Like, I'm getting upset. You know, a normal human thing that happens to normal humans all the time. They get upset whenever something upsets them. And I didn't like feeling upset. As you know, that's how you're supposed to respond to being upset, not really liking it. Right? And I guess these days people are fucking being bred to just sort of kind of ignore whenever they have negative emotions, because I guess it's like whenever somebody calls them out for something, it, like, I don't know. When someone's called out for something, they don't really like it. They don't like fucking, I don't know, think about it. Because if you didn't know, learning things actually learning shit, like, I'm not even kidding you, the same chemical process that goes into our brain for, like, learning shit, it's the same process that usually tends to play out for pain. So it, like, on some form, some manner, it's, like, we are experiencing literal fucking pain from learning things and, like, thinking about shit that we don't typically think about, and I don't know why. I guess that's just one of the... or people, I guess. But that's besides the point. I'm getting kind of... Whoa, the fuck? Wait. Whoa. Yeah, we've been sort of kind of, like, raised and, like, to be like, oh, you gotta, like, man the fuck up. You gotta chill out and just do whatever the fuck people, like, I guess, want you to do or whatever the hell. But it's like, I don't know, man. If I don't... Fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. I was totally going somewhere with this. But yeah, I don't know, I find that just kind of irrational. Because, like, our whole deal is that, back then it was really unhealthy to actually do that. Like, if you look at the current development of, like, humans and shit like that, and, like, how, like, our parents are. Like, okay, so I'm 20. I'm 21. I'm about to be 22 in, like, a week, right? And our parents of my generation were all generally pretty fucking shitty. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, yeah, sure, I love my dad, he raised me. He is... I guess technically he did his job as my father and fed me and shit, right? But... he did also, like, fucking abuse me. Like, I do have a lot of fucking trauma. I do have a lot of things, like, with me now. I am... I experienced, like, genuine PTSD from, like, shit that happened to me in church. Like, I have a very stereotypical Christian upbringing, by which I mean I was fucking, like, molested by, like, the... Oh, god damn it! By which I mean I was molested by, like, a fucking... one of the priests, the child preacher, fucking, what's her name? The youth pastor, had a daughter who fucking, like, molested me, like, genuinely. And, I don't know, if I didn't... And I didn't want to ever go to church as, like, a child, but I was forced to go anyways, which led me to be molested, which I guess is not technically his fault, but even then, like, that's also, like, the actual, like, genuine, like, fucking, like, shit that, like, my dad would do. He would yell, he would insult us, he would, like, low-key abuse us, stuff like that. He's better now, but it doesn't erase what's already happened. And... that stems from his own childhood and the shit that he had to deal with growing up. And he didn't really know how to release all his emotions that he ignored at the time, so he just sort of kind of always lashed out. And I'm saying, like, if we just decide to ignore the fact we're upset and being like, oh yeah, this thing, I don't like this thing, I don't like it when people are being transphobic, I know technically I shouldn't let them upset me, but at the same time, I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm upset anyways, you know? Because then that leads to other shit where I'm ignoring myself and bottling everything up, and now I am in the alleyway. And no, not alleyway. Now I am, riding my bike at fucking midnight, and some kid from my school decides he wants to mug me, and then he's, like, nearly dead on the ground because I beat the shit out of him so bad because I was already pent up and angry, and this dude pulled a knife on me, so it's like, I kind of snapped, right? And that's something that actually genuinely happened, by the way. Like, and if I wasn't so fucking angry all the time, then I would have handled that situation by just simply pinning him down. But instead, I nearly killed him. And I'm saying, like, even I mean, back then, I guess it's, nowadays I wouldn't do that, I have more control of my emotions, but, like, what I'm saying is that, like, it's pretty fucking scary. It's like, we're supposed to be rational now. We moved past that. We're not animals anymore, you know? We don't rule everything off of instinct, right? Like, the whole thing that makes us different is that we're self-aware, and that we don't have to follow, our base instincts anymore. Like, okay, for instance, let's look at the red panda. Favorite animal. But I'm pretty certain, I don't know if it's a male or females, I'm pretty certain the females, once they're in heat, if they do not dispel their heat through sexual activity, they die. And that's the thing. Dogs, cats, every single fucking animal enters a heat cycle, right? And so do humans. So do humans. But like, the major difference is that most animals, if they do not dispel their heat cycle in a way that is, fucking, they actually usually end up don't turning out okay. Like they it stresses them out. They slowly, like, how do I put it? Like, in the case of the red panda, they just flat out die. In the case of like a dog, they get weird, right? And they start doing weird shit that they shouldn't do, right? And yeah, blah 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 blah. And so you neuter them so they don't have to go through a heat cycle anymore, and it's beneficial to them because they're not wild animals anymore. They don't need that shit, right? Similar to humans, we don't need that shit, but we're not getting neutered because we're not going to do that to ourselves. But the major fucking difference between us and animals is that whenever we just ignore a heat cycle, most of the time we're just okay. I know, technically, like, speaking, if you are actually like sexually active, you are most likely to be a bit more healthy. But at the same time, like, I don't do that shit, right? I don't do that shit. I don't even fucking like looking at anything. It makes me uncomfortable even thinking about, right? Like, I don't like the idea. I don't even want to say the word. I am so uncomfortable constantly by it, right? And because of that, very clearly, I got no game, and I'm never gonna get game because I'm actively avoiding it at all times, right? Because I don't want to. But I'm not sitting here frothing at the mouth, dying, becoming a weirdo, or like, dying like a red panda, because I'm not a fucking animal, I'm a person. That shit, we can just kind of fucking ignore that shit. We don't have to give a fuck about it. We don't have to give a fuck about our hormones telling us to fuck now, But, we got fucking idiots out there who are still goddamn cavemen, who only care about and focus on sex, right? Who only do that shit, who only do that, and then, like, even then, some of them are fucking fat weirdos. Some of them are gonna die before some fuckers who never had, like, a single lick of pussy in their entire life, right? To put it bluntly. Like, they're fucking fat, and they're gonna die. And, see, okay, that was harsh. I'm not trying to be fat phobic. What I'm saying is that they're unhealthy. Okay, there's fat people that aren't unhealthy. Like, for me, for instance, like, I am not skinny. I'm not skinny even slightly. I mean, I'm not overweight either. I'm within a healthy weight range, but I have a stomach, right? I have a stomach. I am by definition kind of fat, right? But I'm also super healthy, right? I'm 132. I'm 5'2", and on top of that, most of that weight that I have is a muscle, right? Because I work out. I work out. Like, when I flex my arm, it gets big, right? I got really impressive legs. I ride my bike over 20 miles a day. I'm super healthy, right? I don't fucking get game. I don't touch people. I don't let people touch me. And then you got people who are like me, who eat the same way as me, but they don't ever exercise ever, and they probably, probably aren't virgins, They're gonna die before I am. And, yeah. So it's like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if you get game? Who gives a shit who the fuck you are? And stop being a goddamn caveman. Stop focusing on women. Stop focusing on whether or not you're successful on the shit, because it does not matter. Because guess what, bro? You're still unhealthy. You're still fucking you still in my book, I personally don't give a fuck about you, like, at all. Like, not even slightly. Like, you need to start, I don't know, having like basic empathy instead of like getting bitches. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion on that shit. Like, who even gives a single dickerson about anything like that? And I think since we evolved as a species, we shouldn't have to give a shit about that stuff. Yet we do, all the time. Because we're fucking dumb, cavemen, idiots, who fucking, like, who only focus on their fucking hormones, and their body is telling them, hey, I need to do this now, I need to do this now, but you don't need to do that now, you can fucking ignore it. Go draw a picture, go pick up a pencil, go play a goddamn video game, like, watch an anime, bruh. Literally do anything. Literally do anything but obsess over, like, getting game. Like, literally. Like, you you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how easy it is to ignore those emotions sometimes. It's like, oh, what if they're addicted? What if they're addicted? You can kick addictions, dog. Trust me, I know. I kicked addictions in the past. They're nothing like heavy, right? Obviously. I mean, I don't obviously. Nothing heavy. I've never been, like, addicted to anything, like, fucking, like, drugs or anything. But, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because that's my own personal business, and it is embarrassing. But, I have kicked addictions myself. And I can tell you, just fucking, like, I don't know, do it. And if it's something as, like, low-key... If it's something like dopamine, like just like dopamine and like fucking that you're addicted to, or if you're addicted to fucking, just don't fuck. Literally, that's like the #1 thing we can ignore the most. At least in my opinion. I think that's like the thing that, like, as a species, we don't really have to fucking do anymore. I mean, we got sperm banks, we have people saying, oh, what do we need to fuck to survive? We need to make babies. Like, yeah, sperm banks exist, dog. We can literally clone people. We don't need to fuck anymore. We're way past that. We've already cloned sheep. There's that one scientist who got arrested for altering, like, children's DNA before they were even born, which was fucked up of that guy. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you fucking noticed, dude. Like, even slightly. But, like, we don't need to do that shit. You're making excuses for yourself to just, like, be a horn dog. You're making a massive... You're just being a loser. You are just being a creepy fucking loser that stares at women at the mall or something like that. I don't know. That's probably stretching. That's probably going a little bit too far. That's just whatever. But you get what I'm fucking saying. You get what I'm getting at here. I do not give a shit about your sex life, dog. I don't give a fuck. You need to stop. You know how much time you waste whenever you do that shit? Just literally do anything else. Make your mom proud. Like something, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I don't know. And what did this conversation even fucking originally stem from? I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about beforehand. Where did it... Okay, so I think... Because, like... I remember talking about, like, my friend, or old friend, that, like, got pissed at me for being upset over, like, him being transphobic. But it's like, duh, I'm a fucking trans person. Of course, like, if you're transphobic at me, I'm not gonna like it, duh. Like, duh. But, like, I think I was, like, somewhere, I was on something before that. Damn, I don't know. But you know what? I think I actually remember where I was going with this initially. I think... Whenever I started this, there's been something on my mind a lot recently. Like, a lot. And it's been, like, shit, like... Like, I've been going live on my fucking, like, YouTube, right? And I try to do it for at least, like, an hour. Try to play a video game, but then I get bored out of my fucking mind. My brain, I just decide, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. I'm fucking depressed. I'm sad, you know? This is like the easiest fucking thing to do in the goddamn world. I'm literally sitting here drawing, playing video game shit. I do anyways, right? But because I'm so fucking, like, I don't know, driven to do something else, like literally anything else, like watch a fucking show, I just want to stop. I just want to, like, even though I really should be, like, being productive, you know? See, I don't know. It's like, and it's been bothering me recently, like, I don't, like, it's like an issue that I'm just, like, doing what I want to do, you know? But it's like, then I realized first of all, no one watches me. And sure, if someone was watching me, it'd actually probably make it easier for me to do this longer, right? Every single day, I'd be someone in chat, woo, it makes it entertaining. It makes it fucking entertaining. But yeah, that's not what I'm getting at. That's not what I'm trying to say here, but fuck. What was I saying? I got a track. But no, it's not just that. But it's like, I realize I'm not fucking hurting anybody by streaming for 29 minutes and then watching like 2 episodes of like fucking an anime. Who am I damaging? I still go to work every single day, not myself. Sure, I'm sad because I'm not productive, and I want to be productive, but like, I'm like what the fuck? If I don't have the willpower to fucking to do it, why should I stress about? Why should I stress so fucking hard about it then? Like, should I just sit there sad, staring at my goddamn drawing tablet while nothing gets done? Or should I just, like, because I already know I'm not gonna be able to do anything, I should just, like, chill out for, like, half an hour or 45 minutes, watch my anime, and then get back to what the fuck I was doing anyways. And then draw, you know? Because I was gonna just give up anyways, after an hour of trying to draw, and then watch my anime, and then feel like shit. So, why the fuck am I holding myself back on stuff that's, like, not hurting me? It doesn't hurt me to want to do other shit. Like, it also makes me happy. And this is where I was going at initially. That's why I started talking about dopamine. That's why I started talking about, like, things upsetting and anger and all that stuff like that. Like, you should stop stopping yourself from wanting to be upset, from wanting to be happy, to wanting to be, I guess, angry. I don't know. Maybe angry is being mad and pissed off about shit isn't really productive. Like, I get mad and pissed off too, but it's like, you know, it's a natural reaction. Like, don't stop yourself. Just don't be like a fucking loser idiot about it and like lash out whenever you're like that. You know? Like I said, like I mentioned in the past, like I nearly genuinely fucking killed somebody before because I was angry and pissed off and they jumped me, right? And so I took since they attacked me, I guess I decided to use that as an excuse to kill them, right? But I kind of like stopped trying to kill them after a little bit because I realized, oh shit, murder is probably not okay, right? I was like, yeah, murder's not okay. I'm not killing this guy. I'll leave him on the ground dying, though, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. He didn't die. What's funny, though, is that he showed up back at school, like, 5 days later, something like that. I remember seeing him in the hallways. He never fucked with me again. Let me tell you that. But he didn't tell anybody either. Because it's like, what the fuck you gonna tell the police? Oh, I jumped a kid, he nearly killed me. Oh yeah, I jumped the fat loser, and he beat me so bad I nearly died. Yeah, go tell that to the police that you tried mugging somebody and then you got your ass whooped. They're not gonna give a fuck. Not in Texas, especially not in Texas, dude. In Texas, you have the right to defend yourself to a heavy extreme. And I'm not kidding about that shit, dude. You can go a lot farther in Texas than you can. Of course, you're not just allowed to, like, decide, like, oh, this person slapped me across the face, time to blow them out with my gun. No. No. In that situation, the amount of— what the fuck is that thing? Hi. That's you. Yes, you are a good little guy. But yeah, fuck was I saying? What the fuck was I talking about? But yeah, but that's the side point. We're not talking about fucking Texan laws. What we're talking about is that, like, yeah, let yourself feel fucking emotions, dude. Like, that's kind of the whole point. If you're not feeling emotions, then there's something probably wrong. There's a chemical imbalance in your brain, and you need to get that checked out. You need to get that, like sometimes when I'm chilling and I'm going through one of my episodes, I don't feel any emotion whatsoever. All I feel are thoughts, right? Right? That's all I feel. And it's like, I kind of realized in that moment, it's like, yeah, something's not really right. Okay, so right here it cuts out. I don't really know why it does that, but basically what I was saying in the time where it's like gone is allow yourself to feel emotion, even allow yourself to feel horny. I don't feel horny, I don't get those emotions, so it's like, I don't really have much to say about it, but, just don't be consumed by them. Don't try to get stuff from somebody that they don't want to give you. Don't lash out and nearly kill somebody. Don't, I don't know, get depressed and only focus on yourself and being your own little fucking pity party and decide that in that moment the only thing that matters is your depression, and not everybody else who also is affected by your the way you behave, you know? Just don't be a loser and acknowledge it without hurting yourself or others. Horny, but I know most people do, so do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't be a damn fucking idiot. And just only focus on your fucking emotions, dude. To the point where you're angry. You see, and it's really ironic dealing with that guy who got mad at me for like, I guess, not liking the fact that he upset me. Because he ended up, by the end of that, getting really emotional and irrational and showing the fact that he was really fucking insecure by trying to call me out for saying I'm insecure. It's like, no, I'm not insecure. I was just calling you out. I don't know. Maybe I'm, like, not proving myself really that well by, like, repeating it over and over and over again, right? But, I don't know. It's just, it just shows an amount of emotional immaturity. Yeah, that's the word I would use. Most emotional immaturity, maybe even ignorance would be a word for that, but I don't know. Maybe not that word. But yeah, that's about what I would. That's about it. Yep. No, but that's just about like kind of my opinions, my 2 cents on all that shit. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I just sort of can't. I don't even know what fucking started this whole tangent. I'm definitely gonna make this into a yap though, because I didn't think I can actually yap over games. Because, like, I don't know, I thought I'd get distracted, and typically I would. You saw me, like, run into that guy. This is probably gonna be, like, genuinely entertaining shit. Like, fuck, dude, I'm posting this. I have to. Maybe this will make it easier for me to make yaps then. Because, like, I would try to do a yap while drawing, and then it would fucking distract me from the drawing, and it pissed me off, and make me angry, so I have to quit. And then, like, come back later, like, with, like, a fucking, like, anime in the background. So I can, like, actually, like, genuinely get work done. Yeah, but, like, ugh, it's like, ugh. I guess I can play games. You know what else I could do? I need to play Minecraft, dog. I need to play so much fucking Minecraft, because I can talk my ass off over that, as long as I'm not, like, in a cave, because then I nearly die. And, yeah, I need to go piss. I need to go take a big piss. I need to be right back. I'm sorry. I need to go pee. I'm gonna talk about other shit when I get back. Not about the yap thing. I'm gonna talk about, like, just shit that happened to me today. Hey, I'm back. Dude, one of my favorite fucking YouTubers is this guy who starts off all of his fucking, like, things, say, hey, you want to see something cool, right? He starts off like that. And then he expects something, like, kind of wholesome. He's like, whoa, you want to see something cool? And then he it does explain something rather wholesomely, but, like, while he's doing it, he's, like, saying, like, fucking, like, insane shit, like the line I just heard from him, and just like titties and trust funds, they all come in different shapes and sizes. And it's like, whoa, that's funny. But, like, dude, he swears like a freaking sailor, and for, like, a whole episode, and then it caps it off with, like, but you want to know what's, you want to know what's pretty cool? Go to the comments of this video, and then, like, he starts talking about how everybody, like, yes, he does have, like, his own, like, list of resources, because he's an electrical engineer, right? No, just an energy engineer in general, right? He's an engineer, right? And he's like, oh, you could set all this stuff up. I could give you all the list, but instead, multiple people are better than just me. Like, I have the same Google as you do, right? So instead of me putting a list, go to the comments. There's a lot of people down there. It's going to make something far more impressive than I could make. And that was after a whole video of him making jokes about tits and shit. And, like, swearing. And talking about MILFs. And I think that's fucking awesome. But yeah, what the fuck was I on about? I'm back from the restroom, right? And, I wanted to talk about my day. I had a really good day today. I had an insanely good day today. Okay, so first of all, I found a bed. There is nothing wrong with the bed. I will tell you this immediately. It is a normal-ass bed. It's foldable, came with a mattress, a comforter, and the frame, right? And it was all $35, and you're just like, wow, that's pretty cool. And it was normal, not messed up, no bugs, nope. You want to know how you want to know you want to know why I was so confident in this purchase, despite it being only 35, so there must be something wrong with it. It's because the people were outside the fucking strip mall, for one, and for two, not just were they outside the strip mall, but they're also, oh, no, I'm sorry. They were also, like, they had a fucking permit, a seller's permit. Meaning, if they were selling a bed with bugs with it, they would get in trouble. So I didn't have to fucking worry about them selling me a fucking nasty-ass bed. Because, you know, yeah. And on top of that, whilst I was there, I asked the lady, hey, how much is this bed? Because I was gonna buy it, even if it was like $100, I need a bed, right? I knew it wasn't gonna be like a market value because it was a garage sale on the fucking parking lot of a strip mall, you know? Like, everything was gonna be, like, cheaper than normal. I just wasn't expecting, like, $35, right? But, like, that's not what I'm getting at anymore. I'm getting at a different point. And what I'm getting at is that, I asked them, hey, get a debit boat. And they're just like, okay, hey, Mark, go look it up. And then they're just like, okay. Which I'm glad they looked it up, because they probably would have said something like 50 if I didn't ask that. But yeah, they looked it up. And whilst I was just going around looking at other shit, I got a hat and like a little purse thing. It was nice. Dude, I was really happy. They said to Mark, hey Mark, did you get the price for the fucking lady who asked for it over there? And they pointed at me. They said for her, for the girl. I'm just like, wow. That made me really happy. It made me very, very happy. Because, like, it was without hesitation, too. They just called me a freaking girl because, like, I guess my voice and the fact that I have titties now. And I also had a jacket, like, tied around my waist. And that's where I have, like, my fucking curves. Because I have a fucking snatched-ass waist because, you know, I work the fuck out. And so... fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, they said that. And it made me happy. Made me very happy. So it was like, not just did I get a bed for $35, but I'm getting more comfort. Even if they could tell I was trans, right? Even if they could tell, right? At the very least, I didn't have to say I was a girl, right? I never mentioned it, right? Obviously, they're just some people. And I just asked them, hey, where's the bed? How much the bed? And they could tell enough, even if they could clock me, you know? And they recognized me as that, and it made me feel very nice and awesome. See, and this sort of kind of wraps back around to the shit I was talking about earlier, where it's like, oh, people get pissed off, and you're sensitive, blah, 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 who gives a shit? But it also goes the other way around, like, I'm gonna think about this shit a lot. Somebody would be like, ugh, why do you even care in the first place? Like, what are you? Do you have a fucking, like, what, you don't get happy when people say shit to you that you like? Like, if something happens and you're not happy about it, like, oh, why do you even care if it's supposed to be confident? If you're supposed to be a woman, then, like, why is it such a shocker whenever someone notices you're a woman? Like, first of all, walk a mile in my shoes first, buddy, and then say that shit. And then secondly, like, bro, am I just not allowed to be happy? Like, what's going on here? I want to be happy. Let me be happy. I'm super fucking happy, and you're bitching about it. You're complaining. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be less sensitive? Or am I just supposed to not feel any fucking emotions ever? Because apparently no matter what, it upsets you. And that's where the fucking catch comes. It's not about being happy. It's not about being fucking sad or upset or sensitive. People just don't fucking like it whenever you act the way that's, like, different. It's not even about emotions anymore. They're probably focusing less on the happy aspect and more of the fact that I'm specifically happy about the fucking woman shit. So, and there's like, ugh, trans person type shit, you know? Even if they're not intentionally, like, thinking this, it's like, at the same time, it's like, If it was something else, probably they wouldn't give a fuck. It'd be like, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, dude. It was like, oh, like, this girl noticing my muscles. No one ever noticing my muscles anymore. They'd be like, fuck yeah, and they'd dap you up, right? They'd dap you up. They'd be like, and they kiss you. They kiss you on the mouth. They give you a big sloppy kiss, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like, cause like, and the reason why I say this, obviously this didn't actually happen. She's like, why are you making up scenarios? The thing is that I'm not making up scenarios, because even though it didn't happen specifically in this context, obviously it happened today, no one has a chance to fucking call me, try to be a weirdo about it, but very similar situations happen all the time where I'm happy about this, and just like, okay, we don't care, like, can you actually, like, not, like, talk about this shit all the time? It's kind of annoying. I'm just like, I guess, yeah, maybe it's annoying, sorry, I won't talk about it so much, but then, like, why the fuck did they care that I'm happy? Like, why does that bother them? Why does that annoy them? Why does it annoy somebody that somebody wants to talk about something at all? You know? Like, if it's something, like, disturbing, it's like, I saw a kitten die, I thought it was nice. Like, that makes sense. Like, yeah, no, dude, don't fucking tell me that shit. Can you, like, not mention dead kittens around me? Thank you. And you give them a big fucking thumbs up and a smooch in the mouth, and then they go, they say, I'm sorry. They're like that, right? And yeah, obviously, like, it's like, oh, it's like, then people have a right to be upset about what they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear, they don't care. But it's at the same time, again, it's like, are you seriously gonna get upset as somebody for just kind of being happy? Like, you're still at the end of the day getting bothered by somebody just expressing themselves for basically no other reason than just they are doing it. And that's like, I don't know, that shows kind of like a more underlying problem with like fucking like, I guess not them just like wanting, just like being happy, and more of just you having like an issue with that in the first place. Like, bruh. Like, yeah, I get it. It's annoying sometimes when people like talk about it a lot, but at the same time, like, what are you even getting annoyed at? It's like, like, sure, like, there's you in this situation, you don't want to hear this shit, but like, what about the other person? What about, what, have you ever like actually thought about what you're getting angry about, and what that fucking means for yourself? Not just like in the means of like, oh, I don't want to hear this shit anymore, it bothers me. Not that type of yourself. I mean, like, why, have you ever, like, thought about, like, why that upsets you? And why, for some reason, it just, like, you just don't like that, you know? Because, like, at some point, you gotta look in the fucking mirror, and be like, why does it upset me when people are happy, you know? Like, bruh. I don't know, and again, like I'm saying, why am I even saying this right now? It's like, I'm reading into shit. You're reading into shit. You're getting upset for no reason. You're getting bothered by people just wanting you to shut the fuck up every once in a while. But it's like, everything happens for a reason. People always say shit because they have a reason to say it. Even if they want to deny it, they had a reason to say it, right? And it's like, maybe you should fucking understand it instead of just being like kind of like a low-key a fucking like loser. I don't know. If you're gonna call me a loser, be like a weirdo for like liking that shit, like I'm allowed to call you weird back, and I will call you weird back because I think you're weird. Like, okay. Ooh. People have opinions. Oh my god, and they're all different, and they come to the same conclusions despite them being different. Like, whoa, I think you're weird. You think I'm weird. You think I'm weird for this reason, and I think you're weird for that reason. We both think we're weirdos. Like, hey, guess what? We're both fucking weird. Guess what? Who gives a shit? Because if everybody's weird, why the fuck do we care? Like, genuinely. Like, it's like, what? It's like, what? What the what? Why are we fighting each other now? Like, why are we yelling? Why are we getting angry? Why are we throwing hands and, like, pulling out knives and guns? Just because I'm weird in a different way and you're weird in your way? It's like, oh, I find it strange that you get upset over this stuff, and you find it strange that I like this stuff. And it's like, okay, can we just, like, not focus on that then, and focus on something else? Like, what do you like? You like fucking, like, you like JoJo Bizarre Adventure? It's like, oh, you do? That's fucking sick. And now, hey, look at that. Now we have common fucking ground. And, like, maybe we're not, like, fucking, like, that different. Because, like, guess what? Also, fucking crazy concept. We both are bipedal creatures that stand on two legs, and we don't have to fucking devolve into anger. I know, crazy. We don't have to hate each other just because we have a fundamental dislike of, like, certain shit, you know? Because guess what? Our brains aren't fucking, like, wired on just emotion anymore. We can actually, like, think for a little bit and calm the fuck down and just not get angry about disagreeing, you know? I don't know. And see, and that's what, I don't know. It just... That's what it all goes back to. That's what it all comes back to at the end of the day. Is that we need to calm, we all individually need to calm the fuck down, and I'm tired of people getting upset at other people for just shit that is normal. Like, goodbye, you're being weird, bye, you know, like, I'm not gonna deal with you anymore, bye, type shit. Like, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm not gonna pretend anymore. People say that's selfish. You're being selfish. It's like, I'm not being selfish. I'm literally just living my fucking life, dude. I am having a normal-ass day. And you're being irrational towards me. So I'm going to walk in the other direction and pretend you don't exist. Because I don't care what you're saying to me. All it does is, like, kind of upset me. And it's not ever going to change my mind or anything. It's never going to make me think, like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I am a disgusting little fucking faggot, you know? No, I'm not gonna think that. Right? No. So, like, we're not doing anything here. You're not bothering. All you're doing is kind of just making me feel a little sad. So it's like, bye. I'm not gonna deal with you. Can this fucking bitch get out of the way? This is annoying. Why is he here? Why are you standing right there? Why are you specifically standing right there and not moving? Why? Why are you doing that, sir? Get the fuck out of the way! I'm burying you. I'm burying you right now. And that isn't to say I'm not irrational. That isn't to say that I'm fucking better than you. Obviously not. That's the whole thing I'm fucking saying. Is that we all feel shit. And we can't really help it. Like, I get pissed off too all the fucking time. Like, doy. I like want to yell at people. I want to be irrational, like, sometimes, right? But, like, what the fuck is that gonna accomplish? It's just gonna piss you off. Why am I gonna piss you off? I don't want to piss you off. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like dealing with it, dude. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with pissing you off, because then you're gonna be pissed off, and it's gonna be this whole fucking thing of us both being irrational fucking little assholes to each other. And, like, why do I want to do that? Like, come on, can we, like, not yell? Can we, like, not yell anymore? No more yelling. No more yelling. I don't want to yell. I think that's good. I think, honestly, yeah, we talked for a while. End of Yap, dude. I have urges in my brain. I want to do shit, other shit than stream. I want to go watch anime. But at the same time, I don't want to. I feel weird. I want to keep on doing this. Like, is it gonna make me more happy to go? Or is it gonna make me more happy to stay? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna try playing Dead Cells. No, it's gonna piss me off. If I had a fucking Minecraft server, dude, how come when I play Minecraft, the fucking single player lags its fucking ass off? When I play multiplayer, it's like nothing. It's perfect. I need to take off my fucking bra. I can't goddamn breathe. I wish my doctors would give me a goddamn inhaler, because I was prescribed an inhaler for fucking 3 months, right? And I still need an inhaler. My fucking asthma didn't go away. Like, what? Like, why am I not getting an inhaler anymore? Why can't I have an inhaler anymore? Hello, I have asthma. I need to take off my fucking bra. I can't breathe. Get off my body. Oh god, it's not unclipping. I'm freaking out now. Give me a moment. Oh, that feels better. I'm taking it off shirt style. Holy shit. I could not breathe. It was my chest was actually like constricting. Holy fuck. Actually, like, full blown, I actually started, like, I felt like I was about to pass out. We're gonna play Dead Cells.